afternoon from India. I'm Ritoo Jhha, editor, Beauty Launchpad magazine and Beaute Espace Media. We are very honored to have with us today Maria Nightingale, all the way from UK, and we are talking about her spa, which is in Tuscany and in Italy. She and her mom run this beautiful property called Giovanni Terme, and it is a hotel and a spa, a hotel with 58 rooms graded into various, according to various kinds of comforts, and they have a spa that of course has a special the facility of natural thermal spring water, and services which include oriental massages, therapeutic massages, bio-natural massages. It is an era when we all know that wellness is going to be more in demand as we go, as we open up post-COVID, and being healthy is no longer an option. So therefore, we decided to invite Maria to this forum to talk about wellness, how they kind of put it together at their spa in Tuscany. So welcome, Maria. Welcome to Beaute Espace TV. It's nice to have you.
Hello, thank you.
So Maria, we understand that for several years you have great experience in running the spa, and we would like to hear about your journey in beauty and wellness here, how it started, and what are the major key milestones.
So the spa business we have started back in 2002. Before that, my mum was already working with another spa that's in Rapolano, because Rapolano used to be back from Roman times until now, a place where natural spring water just bursts out of the earth. And so from her previous jobs, she then threw herself into this enormous plan that she had, which was to open the spa and the hotel. And then throughout the years, we've developed more. For example, when we opened in 2002, we didn't have the public spa for everyone to go, but it was just a hotel. So from there, step to step, every year we kind of improved and built extensions to the spa to what it is now.
So what were the initial challenges you had, and what was your vision when you started?
Well, I mean, our vision or motivation for us has always been the two main aspects that we consider are, first of all, respecting nature and what's around us. So for example, we don't extract the water from the earth, but we just take what the earth is giving us. So there's no pumps that are extracting the water. So in that way, we're not impacting enormously the environment. And then the other aspect that for us is really important is the one of well-being, in a sense that how do you take care of your body, because beauty is not our goal, but mostly a consequence of well-being.
So how have you then positioned your spa? So do you of course it's a spa that has natural spring water, not many of those around the world, and so that's very special. And of course we understand that Tuscany, where you're located, is extremely endowed with natural beauty, that area. So so how have you positioned it? Is it a wellness modern spa, or it's a traditional service spa? What was your intention?
I guess it's neither of those, in the sense that the word spa implies so many things. You can be a spa without even having a swimming pool. You can be a spa with just treatments or using different kinds of water. What we do is all of the water that we use, it's at the center of any activity we have. So from bathing into the spa to, for example, the mud that comes out from the water, we then use to do all of our massages and things like this. We use them for our beauty products. And then we also do treatments in the water. So at the basis of everything, I'd say it's more therapeutic than anything else. First of all, yeah, the properties of the water are incredible. So even you just being immersed in the water allows your skin, your body, for example, if you have bad blood circulation, is great for you. So even just being in the water is already like a treatment that you're getting. And then apart from that, I say, yeah, I mean, we do lots of things that work with well-being. So for example, we have started a thing with women that have had breast cancer. And so basically they come to the spa, have the first visit is free, and then together with the doctor that works there, we organize like a food diet, and we do acupuncture, and then that as well as treatments and being at the spa. So we kind of like, every woman has her own program. And obviously we are of the opinion that it matters where you do these kind of things. So for example, something therapeutic isn't just belonging to a hospital, but for example, with women that have suffered, that have had to have like an intervention, and it's not easy to go back to normal life, and you need a space where you can just like detach yourself from the idea of therapy or like medicine, that it's belonging only to the hospital. But in fact, it can belong also to places like the spa. Yes. Women also that come just for like a food diet. So yeah, I would say it's more therapeutic than, we have yoga lessons during the summer, especially outside, therapeutic than anything.
Great to hear that you have yoga as well. I would also like to understand what you mean by biogreen massages. What are those?
With those, we use basically we have a line of products that we make, and in which we also have some that are extremely like bio, let's say, which means that we use, for example, the mud that comes from the water, and we use that directly to do the massage or treat people.
Maria, because choosing a brand for such a spa won't be easy. Also because you have a very nature-based approach to the spa. So what brands do you use, and how do you choose them? Do you use packaged luxury brands? You know, like there are brands out there which are used spas, or you have your own private label. That's what I
mean. Exactly. Yeah, we have our own private label, which started, I'd say, 6-8 years ago. And at the beginning, we were doing just like shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. All of them were like organic and made in a way that was using, I don't know, just like the flowers that you can find in Tuscany, or certain things that you like local. And then from there, we started developing this. And now the line that we have goes from like any sort of cream, but is also like all of the products that we use to make massages, so oils, also like skin treatments. We also do candles, like from your day-to-day like cream to anything, and that's all we use in the spa.
So basically you don't use anything from outside apart from your own production?
Yes, and we try to do that as much as possible, even with I don't know, for example, the kitchen. We are very aware of the products that we use. We only use local products, mostly organic, mostly from around us, individual, like small independent owners. So from anything that is around us, it's local and as friendly as, like eco-friendly as possible.
All right. Thank you. So what does the client profile look like? Because we would imagine that world over the profile is mostly, people from 30s onwards, to whatever age, and of course people who travel a lot. What's your profile looking like?
Well, it's a very well mixed profile, because we have from quite old people that would come and stay for, let's say, 20 days. to younger couples that would come for just a weekend, I say it really, there's quite a big difference between the hotel and the public spa. The public spa is way younger, so because it's just a day trip, many like families or young people, like 16-year-olds might come for a day, as well as the 30-year-old couple. In the hotel, the age is a bit higher, but of course we have a really good mixture of like both age and gender, I would say, from like 30 years old to 90. The main difference is how you perceive like well-being. So for example, older people would be more concentrated in what is the food diet that they're following, or in what kind of like therapeutic, more medical things they're doing day to day. So they would go to the doctor every day. They would, I don't know, get their blood pressure measured every day. I say the younger people are more interested in what is staying outside, having your aperitivo by the pool at 7. So it's a different kind of well-being. Both are like super valid, but yeah, I think it's different from age group to age group. And because the spa is so diverse in what we do, you can really find your way of well-being in the experience you want to have.
Yes. I would also like to understand on the profile, what's the percentage of people traveling from outside Italy? You know, you would have a lot of local Italian people coming in, but what about the international crowd? Do you?
Our international crowd has been like improving in the past couple of years. Usually we would only work with Italian people from all over Italy, but not that many from outside. But actually, yeah, we've been having quite a few international clients. I think what really makes the difference between going to Italy to see a place, you have the names of like Florence, there's like Roma, places that you can see all over the place. And the good thing about the spa is positioned in a way where you can have your weekend or 4 days of complete relax, but then you can also in an hour be in Florence, or in 2 hours be in Rome, or in half an hour be in Siena. And that allows you to have both like Italian experiences without having to exclude one another.
Oh, and then
the location of the place is really unique. And I mean, I would say most of the people that come to the spa would stay in the hotel for all of the like 4 or 5 days they've booked. You're immersed in like the countryside, you have hills everywhere, we have a really quite huge park, so it's quite hard to get away from that, but of course, yeah, it's really strategically placed. So.
You know, so you have this beautiful spa and you've built it with your own private label brand, and you're catering to this group, this whole huge profile of people, and I really appreciate that you're attending to women, who are just fighting or coming out of the trauma of having cancer. So that, of course, lends to my next question, which is, what is your vision given this experience, this amazing experience of running this beautiful therapeutic spa? What's your long-term vision for your business?
I mean, I guess this is the hardest time to have a long-term vision.
That's
everything is kind of changing so rapidly that long-term is a word that we tend to like forget about now. But I would say, I mean, our long-term like mission or like motivation has always been to be as respectful towards nature as we can be. And with there's like new European laws that are coming into place, there's new like fundings that can be used, and this, like, the way we imagine beauty and well-being is a compromise between your bodily well-being and what surrounds you. So if what surrounds you is well-being, then you will be as well. And that is our vision, I would say, to respect what surrounds you as much as possible so that you can respect your own body as well. And this goes from all of the products we use to how we use electricity in the environment. How do we, how like all of the structure works, what kind of companies are we working with, and all of this.
Fantastic. So, so quickly, if we go back, what were your main lessons from COVID? When you were hit by COVID, I'm sure the business just kind of shut down for a while, as happens to everyone. So, what were your couple of key learnings, if you would like to share?
Well, I mean, it was definitely a hard time, especially because our structure is in a very small village. All of the people who work there are kind of like local people. So it's hard. I say that the biggest lesson that we've learned is how important what you do is in the community that you're living in. You're providing jobs to mums and dads who have children who are living in your community. And what is really important is that the community that is Rapolano Terme is what's allowing Terme San Giovanni to be what we want to be. So definitely that made us very much aware of how important your community is to what your job is. I would say that's the biggest lesson we've learned. And then to just, I would say, readapt and have the capacity to change the way you see things as quickly as possible. Because obviously we shut down for 2 or 3 months. We reopened the 10th of June. And then since then, like, things have changed, laws have been put in place, some have been taken down. So I think that one of the biggest lessons we had to learn was to try to think and rethink things as much as possible, which it's a hard challenge, but...
Sure. Yes, it has been a learning, and the very fact that we can't get away by saying that, oh, nothing will happen to me, it's in China or US, we are all so interconnected, and we have to respect the nature and the ecology. So going forward, my last question is about, we're always talking about trends in wellness, we are talking of. What would your pick be of these trends in wellness?
Well, I mean, obviously, as I said before, it's kind of hard to predict a trend right now. I think from my point of view, and that's why me and my mum kind of work well together, is because from what I see in London, which is a different sphere from what's happening in the countryside of Tuscany, and from the degree I'm studying, I'm of the opinion that there's no real vision until we kind of deal with the consequences of what's happening around us and climate change and respecting nature. So I think, or at least our trend is going to be this. But I think more and more we're going to realize how important these things are, how important it is to support your local small businesses, how important it is to travel with the responsibility that comes with traveling. So a kind of tourism that is respectful, a tourism that's in line with what's happening around you. So I think that, absolutely, that will be.
In fact, I would like to hear also from you before we conclude, is how is it working, to your 2 generations, your mom and you working together on this business, and how do you bring that balance, because I'm sure that there would be, between Laura and you would have some difference of opinion on the way you approach a certain thing. So how do you balance that?
I mean, I would start by saying that I have a lot to learn from my mom always. She has been working for way more than I have. She But I think what works between us two is whatever input I would have, or whatever suggestion I'm gonna have, she's always open to listen. And I think that's also why our spa has, always been developing. Every year we've been changing something or thinking about something else we can do. This thing with the women with breast cancer is only quite recent. Before that, we were doing other things. We've been doing yoga lessons. We've been doing, so every kind of like new input from both sides is always okay. We can work on it and do it. So I don't really see. Luckily enough, we're kind of close and good with each other. Obviously, the workspace is somewhere where she's not my mum and I'm not her daughter, so it's easier. So yeah, I mean, above all, I have anything but to learn from her, and with some things vice versa. So it kind of balances out quite easily.
Sure, fantastic. So that's a very interesting chat with you, Maria.
It was a pleasure.
Thanks for being with us. And let's stay connected, stay safe, and all the best for your beautiful spa.